And any other scams or maybe any other things that people or patients should be aware of when, let's say, they are going for an IVF treatment, or anything else they should keep in mind?
So I wouldn't even just say IVF. So just to give you an example, many years ago, we started India's first patient education library. Let me explain to you why. I've realized there's no point in talking to doctors. Good doctors are good. You don't need to tell them anything. And bad doctors aren't going to improve just because you tell them anything. They know where their bread is buttered. They're not going to improve. So forget about it. So we said, let's focus on educating patients. If we can help the patient to differentiate between a good doctor and a bad doctor, everyone is happy. The patient is happy going to a good doctor. Bad doctors का धंधा kaput हो जाएगा because कोई उनके पास जाएगा नहीं, और good doctors का धंधा बढ़ेगा. So that was our focus on patient education, which is why if you notice my common theme throughout, not just my education, but educating patients, educating entrepreneurs, educating at Apni Pachala has always been that. We think that's the one thing which can make a difference. And that's what we say, and which is why, so we had this library called HELP, or the Health Education Library for people. And if I can do a second plug, we have a second website called thebestmedicalcare.com. Thebestmedicalcare.com has 5 books, all of which we've authored, which are basically, so one set of books is for doctors on how to have a successful medical practice. And the message is simple. Take good care of your patients, and over time, everything will fall into place because you're playing a long game. We have a book called How to Get the Best Medical Care. We have a book called Patient Advocacy. What does that mean? How does a family member or someone else help someone else who's in trouble? We have a book called Medical Gobbledygook, which means doctors use jargon. How do you demystify some of that jargon and don't allow this thing? We have a book called Information Therapy, and we have a book on patient safety, preventing medical errors. So in fact, one of the things I do these days is I go to JJ Hospital once a year and I get invited to give a talk to the incoming medical students. That's what we're trying to tell them. Stop learning only from your medical textbooks and your libraries. Of course, you need to pass exams. I'm not stopping. But if you learn from a patient, what you will learn will remain with you for the rest of your life, because that you will always remember, yes, I treated this patient. This is what happened. This is how that, and then you read around that patient. That will always remain a part of your life. So we try, but the trouble is Dr. Malpani is a dinosaur. People will listen to the lecture, but they'll promptly forget everything afterwards.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.